This podcast contains explicit content.
Good evening, cowards.
This podcast is hardly focused.
Oh my God. No.
Dissecting the news, one tangent at a time.
When there's nothing left to burn, you have to set yourself on fire.
Well, my friends, I begin this episode of Hardly Focused with some very exciting news. Exciting news for you, Nate Fillers, and you, Zach Ward. That I, Jack Gill, discovered a lump on the back of my leg last night, and I got to get that checked out.
So it's a bad surprise.
Oh, yeah, no, I was expecting not that.
we're getting candy.
It's great news for the show. Hey, depending on who you ask, it is very good news. But yeah, I noticed that last night. I was because I'm I'm a bitch, and when I'm sitting and playing video games, I tend to have my legs crossed and my left leg over my right leg, and I don't know what I was doing. I just maybe just was rubbing the back of my leg, and I felt like right where the joint is in the back of my leg, a lump, like a sizable lump. And I felt my other leg and realized I don't have that on my right leg. I only have it on the left leg. So, but I'm touching it and it doesn't hurt. It's not causing pain, but now I notice it. Now that I know it's there, I can feel it rubbing up against my pant leg. And now I can't tell if it's always been there and I just never put two and two together. And now that I know it's there, it's gonna not bother me, but it's just, I know it's there now. So
I have WebMD. Yep, cancer.
It always is.
It always is cancer.
With WebMD, it's
how big is it?
How big is it? I think 2 inches in diameter.
Now, does it? So is it
bigger than a penny? Rest in peace.
It is bigger than a penny. We'll talk about the penny in this episode of Hardly Focused as well.
I don't know.
Don't you ever look at the prep sheet, Nate?
No. It's you have to scroll. This is going to be a very short show. We have one page.
Yeah, no,
I use my eyes and I look at it.
I plan on spending an hour just talking about my foibles, my leg.
Hey, I'm sorry. Reading isn't my biggest.
It's all right. Mine neither. Zach, you were saying something about my impending doom.
Oh, no. I was trying to ask, has it spoken to you yet?
No, not yet. But
okay.
This could
that would be concerning.
Yeah, this could be one of those things that just has been slowly growing for the last several weeks and is now starting to really take shape. Get it? And now it's gotten big enough that it's noticeable now. And what's even more comical is me and both of my dogs, we all have lumps on our legs. So now the cats need to join in on the fun.
Or they don't.
Yeah, sure, that's right too. No, my cats are just fat.
Yeah, that's good.
So anyway, we are Hardly Focused. We are part of the Solid Listen Podcast Network. HardlyFocused.com. We're on YouTube. And
we don't all have lumps, just Jack right now.
I probably do. I
might somewhere.
I have freckles. Now that you mentioned it, I have a little one here. I just assume I'm just riddled with.
Sure, you've got problems. Yeah, you got problems going on. So I turned 36 recently, and I feel like now that I'm, on the other side of my 30s,
closer to 40.
Yeah, now this is when the issues really start to appear.
Okay, So I can't help it because like I am the mom friend. So I'm just like, first of all, I'm like, Jack, why the fuck are you bringing this up in the middle of the podcast? Like, goddamn, like you.
Because I might not be here in 6 months.
So I mean, you should definitely. When are you going to get it looked at? Because you should definitely get it looked at soon.
Next Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So
because it sounds like a cyst.
it could be. Yes.
Yeah.
The fact that it's not painful to the touch tells me it's not like I don't need to be immediately worried, but I should still get it checked out. I've never.
Oh yes, no, for sure. Don't definitely. We're at the age now where we kind of can't let those things go. I mean, like, hey, I thought for that first week when I was in DKA, like that week before, that I was just having like a stomach bug and it was just hanging around for a while. And then, you know, being in the ER and then hearing like, oh yeah, did you know you're diabetic? It's like, oh, no, I didn't. I guess now.
Watch it be like just my luck. Like I have that, and it's indicative by this this bump on my leg.
It could just be a gun. This is America, you know.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Turns out I've had the Epstein files all along. They've been on my leg.
In your knee.
Yes.
Yeah, and in your knee lump.
Well, since we're talking about that, like I haven't been feeling good for like the last week, so I can't get doctor's appointments, so it's just
fuck.
Now what's your ailment, Nate?
I just had migraines like every day.
Oh god damn it. Those
God
suck.
damn, yeah, no, that is awful.
Like the rainbow kind, like where you're like, I can see some rainbow stuffs, and it's just like,
oh, so you get the auras.
I was just about to ask you if you were seeing the auras.
Yeah, and then like, and then just coughing up a whole bunch of stuff.
Blood?
No, I mean not really. I say not really because like,
what the fuck does not really mean? You're coughing up blood in your heart.
The implications.
Well, I mean, it's blood from somewhere. I mean, it's my sinuses.
It's not my blood.
Along this, like around this time of the year, my sinuses get so dry they get bloody, so it's probably from that. But
yeah,
I was just saying, like, it's really good that you were able to get like an appointment so soon because, like, a lot of the times, like, I'll have issues and like concerns about, like, you know, like my colon, for instance, and it's just like, and like this is such a happy starting episode. Sorry. Like 2 of my aunts have had colon cancer, and I was like, okay, I need to get an appointment. They're like, well, the best we can do is like 5 months from now. I was like,
now are you calling as a new patient, or are you going to like your PCP?
We're all friends. We know each other so well at this
we go
point.
with it.
I mean, it's not the first time where I was like, I think something's wrong with me. Better check my colon.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we are getting to that age
checked,
too.
Everybody. Yeah, just get checked.
Yeah, you know, it's important to do the things.
Grab your balls, make sure there's no lumps there. As I learned last night, grab the back of your leg, make sure there's no lumps there. And if you're coughing up things of various colors, maybe get that checked as well.
Hey, have we talked about that before? How doctors just don't do the cough thing anymore? Have we talked about that on the show?
No.
Is that just me? Like, I'm pretty sure they just don't do it. They're like, yeah, we don't do that anymore. It doesn't really work.
Yeah, I like that's that's good. I mean, because I kind of never really like. I could always go without it. Like it's like I don't really want that to happen.
So for the ladies out there, every year a doctor would put their hands on your balls and say cough, and then that's how they would tell if something was wrong down there.
Like, what does that do? Does that cause them to shift around so they can really feel?
Never learned, because they're like, turns out you can just check yourself, and I'm like, well, I don't know how to do it.
Right.
Like, I don't know what you were looking for. All these years I wasn't like asking because there was so much shame involved in that moment of just like, I don't like this. I don't really like what this is all about. So I'm just gonna black out for a little bit, and then not at all did it once like, hey, I should take this moment to learn about how they're doing it so that I can learn to do it myself because I enjoy this so much. I want to do this on my own spare time.
Yeah. I mean, if you grab yourself and you feel an obvious lump, because there could be like just the little bits.
Oh yeah.
And that's nothing to worry about. It's like for me last night, feeling the thing on my leg, I'm like, this is very obviously something that's not supposed to be there. And to your point, Nate, the last few times I've gone in for physical exams, my junk has not been fondled by my doctor. But there was a time, and here's the other thing too, I never see a doctor. I always see a nurse practitioner. I can't tell you the last time I actually saw my doctor, whose namesake is for the office, like her name's on the building. Yeah, I haven't seen her in years.
Cool.
But for a long time, I had this nurse.
Got the building.
Yeah. It's like she owns the whole practice and everything, but I think she's got like other offices around the region. So
yeah,
she's
that's
just never
usually
there.
how they work. I can't.
There's not.
This is like triggering me with like from like work.
Sorry.
Well,
no, it's all good.
I had this nurse practitioner who, for a while, and like she is a smoke show, and she would do the full exam, and boy, was that just awkward. When you have a really hot chick grabbing your junk, and like you're just like, all right, I'm like Austin Powers. I'm like, Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day. Come on, think of awful things here. Okay, chainsaw scene from Scarface. Oh Jesus, what else? 9/11. Come on, just take me anywhere but here.
So you're saying it would be better if it was a guy, like an old man, an old wrinkly.
I mean, I'd almost prefer that.
Yeah,
but it seems like nurse practitioners are mostly female.
My doctor's a female, and I was like, I'm getting to that age where they're gonna have to start doing prostate exams. I'm like, you'll remove your nails, right? Like, I'm not trying to be like sexist, like scared.
No,
it's a whole procedure, and like you actually get knocked out for it.
For the prostate exam? Or the
No, you
colonoscopy?
don't.
Well, I mean, for the colonoscopy, I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah, for the colonoscopy,
yes.
you get knocked out. Not speaking from
But
experience. I
for-
just know they knock you out for that. But for a prostate exam.
No, you're there. You're awake. I've had one.
Yeah, they glove up, lube up, and you're getting a finger up the ass.
It's not my favorite moment.
Yeah, like
not my favorite.
Actually,
like,
let's spend
it's
the next segment talking about this.
Got a lot to unpack here. Get it? Pack.
9/11. Good times.
9/11.
Yeah.
Well,
No, this is important stuff, though. This is like, I mean,
It
you got to
is.
check yourself. You got to find, you're never too young to be worried
Well,
all the time.
there's a couple of things as too. I'm sure the people who have been following the show for a long time are within the same age bracket that we are. So we've all effectively grown up together, and now we're hitting that age bracket where we need to start really being concerned about these things, which sucks, but that's just the nature of it. And second, this podcast network is more, it's got a female lean on it. We are the, what am I thinking of? Diversity hires. So, yeah. So we are the men in a sea of women here. So perhaps they are now interested in hearing about what we have to put up with, which is really nothing compared to what they have to go through when they go to the doctors. But even still, it's not like we're
dice or the cards are heavily packed against women in the medical field. Like just the stuff they have to deal with is just a nightmare. Like for them,
sure,
it's just more lucky.
Yep. Well, I'll keep you posted on my my leg.
Good.
Hey, if they have to take it, I mean, this is getting extreme here, but if they have to take the leg, I could become like part robot.
It's time.
So I started playing The Outer Worlds 2 last night because that just came out, and it's on Game Pass, which I'm is upset as I am about how expensive Game Pass is now. I'm gonna keep paying for it, and I enjoy the fact that a game like Outer Worlds 2 is available on it. But I'm creating my character, and it's by Obsidian, who developed Fallout New Vegas, and their post New Vegas games are very similar to the Fallout games, built very similar. So if you're familiar with the Fallout games, you're gonna go into the Outer Worlds 2 pretty much knowing how to play it. So I'm building my character, and I'm actually impressed by their options, their customization options. It's the first game I've ever played where and maybe Cyberpunk has this, but I just never really pay attention to it. But it really caught my attention with Outer Worlds 2, creating my character, and you can give your character a prosthetic limb. You can give them a fake arm or a fake leg, and realizing I've been living with the knowledge of my leg lump for about 2 hours at that point, and I'm just thinking to myself, you got to really explore all the possibilities here. So I gave my character a fake leg. He's got a prosthetic leg. Yeah,
that's neat.
So it could be me one day.
That's interesting, like exposure therapy.
That whole game is actually interesting exposure therapy. I'm seeing it in the second one, but the first one especially, I believe it was the lead designer of the game, is colorblind. So you'll notice in the game that the colors are very out of the ordinary. A lot of blues and a lot of pinks and a lot of purples. And that's because the lead developer, there are a lot of colors he can't see. So he made the game like color agnostic. So if you're colorblind, you'll be able to enjoy it just as much as someone who can see colors.
I always found that to be really interesting. Like the perception of color, like your blue doesn't look the same as my blue. And it's like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it's crazy.
Now, forgive my ignorance. That. Are you colorblind?
Me?
Yeah.
No. But like everybody perceives color differently.
Sure.
So like even like the slightest bit of like, I don't know, it's not significant, but it's enough for me to become obsessed about.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that, like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And you just go through your life thinking like, well, that's what it looks like for everybody. But
can I just
that one it definitely gets me a lot, but the one that I think hits me more is people that can't like visualize, like put images in their head.
Oh, that too. Some people don't have like that dialogue in their head. I'm like, what's that like?
Yeah, like I don't know.
That would
like
be amazing.
Wow, what?
I don't even know what that is. Is that kind of like, I don't know, because I have this inability to like discern like flavor, right? Like if you have to tell me, you have to write down the flavor of what it is I'm about to eat. Like I've learned this when I was eating jelly beans once. I had to write down like what the flavor was, because Kate was testing me on the flavors, and she's like, "Oh, what flavor is that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I literally couldn't tell you."
No, okay. So how many? I'm assuming you had one Jelly Belly.
I had a handful of them, but I was like,
are they the same flavor?
No, just all different flavors. Like some of them, like cherry, I could pick out. But even still, I was like, is this cherry or strawberry? And part of that is because it's color, because it's red. So I know it's going to be one of those. But then like some of the more like obscure flavors, I couldn't pick out. And I still can't do that to this day unless you tell me exactly what flavor it is. And then I'm going to believe you.
Is it just jelly beans or
anything?
Is it everything?
Really anything.
Like, because I know for me, like I have to have, all right, I'm going to probably take some heat doing this, but I like Jelly Belly. I think they taste great, but I'm kind of frustrated with the fact that I have to eat like 5 of them to be able to tell what they are. Like if I have just 1 or 2, I'm like, what the fuck flavor is this? It's some kind of berry. Like there's
no, I agree.
It's really hard. So that's not just you with that, because it's like you need at least 5 or 6 of them to be like, oh, that's watermelon.
And if you eat too many of them, then eventually you just can't taste anything.
Yeah, they all taste like something. Like just a fruity sugar.
Well, at that point, yeah, it's because of the sugar content. That's the same complaint I have about going to the Coca-Cola store or the Coke Museum. And if you ever get a chance to go, I feel like spoiled because I go to Florida, I go to Orlando or Vegas, or I was in Atlanta, being able to go so frequently, but they do the tour, like the World of Coke, the around the world, whatever it's called. And that just it's fun for the first 5 minutes. And then it's pure sugar at that point. It's just pure syrup and sugar. And there's nothing tastes unique at that. It all tastes the same. So I hear it, and I feel that way just about, I do feel that way about candy too, especially if it's like one of those like Haribo variety packs. It's just some berry at some point, and it's just, it's fine. Like, but I'm just saying, like, that's not just you in terms of, like, there's a lot of flavors out there that are just like really vague, but I never really thought about it. I'll think about that the next time. Like, so like when you're eating like pizza or something, you have to be like, is this a spicy pizza or you won't taste it or what? With pizza, that's easier for me to figure out. It could be.
I picked the easiest one.
Maybe that could be like artificial flavor, but at the same time, I wouldn't be able to tell you if I'm eating like, your standard like pizza sauce, or if it's some like fancy, like, if it's like margarita, or it looks like it could be your standard pizza sauce, but it's actually some other, variety of tomato.
Yeah.
Can you tell that you're eating pepperoni?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like, so bold flavors, but as soon as it's like a blend or like a subtle flavor or something that's like maybe a mix of other things to try and imitate another flavor.
Yes.
It's harder for you to tell.
It's like, if it's got to be artificial, I guess.
Do you, this is a fun question to ask a friend. Do you scrape your tongue?
No, I did that once, like within the last few years, I did that once, and it's all I could feel for like 2 weeks afterwards.
It's weird.
Yeah.
That's a question.
Let's put it this way. So I'm drinking a Suntory 196. These things are great. I love these, but or negative 196. I think it's negative 196. But anyway, this is grapefruit flavored. All right. Now, if this wasn't labeled grapefruit and I'd be drinking it, I'd have no idea what the flavor is. The only reason I know the only reason I know it's grapefruit flavor is because the label says it is. And I'd be tasting it. I'd be like, oh, this tastes like something. I should know what this is. Oh, it's grapefruit.
I mean, we're just talking about the whole world now. Like, I've seen numerous channels of people trying to guess what the flavor of soda or seltzers are, and it's just like, it's crazy. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
You'll have like one of them being like apple, and you taste it, you're like, is this watermelon? Like, I don't know. Because like, we can also talk about how weird it is, these flavors that don't exist. That's not like what a watermelon tastes like. That's not what a banana tastes like. It's all just like weird chemicals. And then we can get into like French fries. Like McDonald's apparently makes their French fries smell like beef or something like that. Like spray it with like beef aroma, or some food chain does that. And it's just like,
interesting.
there's like a lot of weird stuff that goes around with food that like plays with your perception of it. So
Now, quickly, I know Zach was waiting for his food delivery to show up. I'm going to presume. Zach, just give me a thumbs up if it's the most delicious thing you've ever eaten. Okay, very good. Worth the
he
wait.
gave a thumbs up.
Go back to the whole, because I kind of took it over with my inability to discern taste. Go back to that thing about like not being able to like imagine things or visualize things.
There's a certain portion, I don't know like what percent, but there's a certain percent of people who just aren't able to imagine things, and they're not able to like, they don't have inner dialogue going on. It's just like, it's hard for me to perceive because like I haven't done like a lot of research on it because it just seems so strange, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Zach might know a little bit more about it, but I know that I've heard many a times that there are several people like out there that just don't have this inner dialogue thing all the time. And I was like, I always thought that thinking was universal. Like everybody had just inner thoughts going on, and no, some people are just, it's just.
So the term that I remember is the language of the mind is called mental ease. And there's also like two different things too. So like there's people that aren't able to like see like images, and there's people also can't like, that don't like think in like words or or language. So like I forget, like I read an article about it a long time ago, and the way that they were trying to describe it, it's so interesting because we literally are physically unable to experience that because it's just not how our brains, our neurons, however it is, it's not how ours fire. Like for us, it's just like, it's so easy for me to think in images, but and then at the same time, then you go on the other side of it, because I don't know if everybody's like this, but I kind of I see things in like GIFs and like videos. Like I can remember things. I can remember like impressions of things just from like a smell or like how my body felt in like a certain memory, or like where like I was positioned, or like it's very strange how memory works, and perception in general. And I can't like encapsulate it because like the way they described it just made it was just like they described it, but it was just still so hard to grasp like what it must feel like.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like wondering like do deaf people hear sounds in their dreams?
Oh, yeah.
It's like questions like that. And like, do blind people have dreams?
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. Like, I know showing my ignorance, but it's just little weird questions like that pop up every now and then. But
well, then
would you choose that if you could? Like if you were given like the chance to turn off your inner dialogue? Because like I feel like there's a huge like I doubt anybody who's creative has that. I
found it.
Okay.
So it's called a fantasia. And it's described as experiencing your mind's eye as dark or blind when trying to visualize things. So instead of seeing like a mental picture of example, like your friend or like your animal, like your pet, you would think of it as facts. Like, like I have a dog. My dog is brown and has, a spot on his tail, or like things like that. And memories are recalled factually, and negative experiences may have less emotional impact because there's no images to trigger the associated feelings, which is so bizarre to think about.
Yeah.
Like the it must be also a different sense of like, you've heard of the term of like where like memory degradation.
Yeah.
So like it must happen at a much slower rate, because it's kind of like your brain's running in DOS when it comes to memory rather than like using Adobe Photoshop for all of your images.
That's a really good way.
I'm on MS Paint.
I mean, that's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, no, that's a good analogy.
Yeah. You mentioned dogs, and you're talking about like, do the deaf hear in their dreams? Do the blind see in their dreams? And whenever I see either of my dogs very clearly having a good dream with the paws going and the puffing, the making the sounds and everything, I want to know what they're dreaming about. Like, I really want to know what's going through their minds. Like, is there just like a squirrel that they're chasing that they're finally catching up to? Or are they walking across the stage to collect their diploma at Yale?
It's probably the latter.
I imagine someone will eventually try and create some kind of,
with AI.
animal dream simulator. I mean, there's already those things that you can get to like teach your pet how to like talk to you.
Yeah, we have
learn how to do phrases.
Yeah, we have one of those, and it failed.
Oh,
miserably.
geez, you do?
It didn't like our neither of our dogs could pick up on it.
Kill. No. I think that you meant food.
Yeah, they just don't care. Like Cooper didn't care, and Jay's he's old and senile and food motivated. So is if it doesn't have anything to do with either breakfast or dinner, then his option is sleep.
Yeah.
See, I like how my brain immediately went the horror angle because I'm just like, you set it up and then your dog just standing there for a while and then it looks over at you and then it looks back at the thing and then it presses a button and then you hear it, the recording say, Walter Brunfield. It's like, that's odd. It's like, my name is Walter Brunfield.
I have been reincarnated as a dog.
Help.
God, this is the horror version of 100 Good Deeds for Eddie McDowd. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Oh man, that show.
I haven't seen that or thought about that in like forever. Wow. That brought back so many memories. Just now.
I had to remind myself watching that show that the dog wasn't adorable because it was really just some punk asshole turned into a dog. And the punk was not adorable in the least. But then becoming a dog, you just want to become his best friend.
Yeah.
For the uninitiated, that was a Nickelodeon show. That was a late 90s Nickelodeon show about some dick that pissed off like a shaman or something, and the shaman turned him into a dog and said, you need to do 100 good deeds to be turned back into a human. Oh, and his name was Eddie McDowd. That's right. But now he's a dog. And remember, I think it was the kid that he bullied, right? The kid that he bullied became his like owner. Right, like the kid, the kid's family took in. Oh yeah, puppy, we'll get a puppy. Yeah, like no, this dog is actually the kid that like shoved me into a locker last Tuesday. Now he's a dog. That was in tandem with what other great late 90s Nickelodeon shows did we have? We had Taina.
I'm looking at these. I'm looking at them, and just tell me this isn't Scream like. Late 90s, early 2000s nuclear family.
Oh my God. Yes.
Right?
With the sweater. Oh my God. They always wore that kind of sweater too.
Wow. I vividly remember this dog, but none of these people.
I couldn't tell you a single
the dog
thing.
Became like a meme. Like it's with its eyes. It's like I've seen some shit.
It's like the Vietnam War dog.
These dogs in general, I love these dogs, but every time I see them, I'm like, you've seen things. Yeah. Like, you're the one that was reincarnated as someone.
They're always like...
What other shows did we have back then? We had Taina, we had Caitlin's Way, we had the Mystery Files of Shelby
Skeeter.
Woo. My father hated Cousin Skeeter.
He hated Cousin Skeeter? Why?
He thought that Skeeter was an annoying prick. And this was an uncanny valley sort of thing because I had to constantly remind him he's a puppet.
Yeah, right.
But he also, I think there might be some underlying issues though that my father hasn't come to grips with because he also didn't like the show My Brother and Me. Both shows, if you recall, were about predominantly African American families.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why he felt so bad and had to give me that car ride. I gotta do something. I gotta do something with this white guilt.
Damn.
Did he pick you up in the car and then ask, have you ever heard of goo punch?
I think if your dad asked me any kind of fucked up question like that, I would remember. Your dad was more so just apologizing for his robot raptor wife, who just basically came to the door and said, "Jack's not here," and then slithered away into the darkness. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
She just answered the door and said, "There's no Jack, and there never was."
We've talked about this story so many times, but it's still like I remember it so vividly because it was so awkward.
And when you saw the car, did you know my dad was coming? Because all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, this started playing. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Why aren't you playing? Why doesn't anything ever work? Hold on. I'm going to do that again. All right. I'm doing that again.
I believe in you, Jack.
I'm queuing this up again because it's funny. All right.
Together.
All right. I'm going to try this again.
I'm going to laugh.
Did this all of a sudden start playing out of nowhere as you notice my father's beat up station wagon appear, bouncing down the road cartoonishly?
I mean, no. I don't think your father was listening to anything.
There's something that Kate always said. She's like, anytime I hear this song, it reminds me of your father just driving his station wagon down the street. And it just bounces. Remember like in Calvin and Hobbes, the family car, when it'd be driving down the road and it would just, the wheels wouldn't actually be on the road. It'd be bouncing along the road. That's my father's car. I think that's indicative of something wrong with the wheels, the support system, the axles.
See, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Really teed that up.
Was a Space Quest one or whatever? Space.
Oh, Space Cases?
Space Case.
Space, yeah, it was.
Hair.
Oh, is that the one where like they have like, it was like basically like Nickelodeon's like answer to like Star Trek?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the
ears.
One of the main characters was the Black Ranger on the original Power Rangers.
That's right. And I remember like the second season they replaced like the main actress. I was like, huh. But they did like a thing like she died and came back as like a different version. I don't remember.
Was she a Trill?
I don't remember actually that show, but I just remember it happening.
And it was cool.
Nickelodeon had this tendency to, in Disney Channel. Now Disney Channel did this because they actually contractually had all their shows only run for a certain number of episodes, and they did that because they didn't want the actors to age out of the, well, not like age out of the roles, but like, you know, like even Stevens, he didn't want like 30-year-old Christy Romano still playing, you know, teenage Ren, right? So, but Nickelodeon would only produce like a season or two of these shows, and then they would run them for 10 years. So like my brother and me felt like it was there were 10 seasons of the show. No, there were only like 8 episodes. They just always played. You could go through the whole season in the course of a weekend.
I can remember that song still. Good times.
I think I have. Do I have it in the? Do I have it in the board? I have it in the board.
Don't hold your breath.
I do.
Oh yeah,
that kid.
I remember that because at the end of that episode, they showed the outtakes of it, and they did like so many of somebody being like, "Don't hold your," and then "Don't hold." It was like she was puppeting, like because it was a kid did it, but then an adult did it. Yeah.
Check this out on YouTube, but there is it's a fan made, like modern day sequel series to My Brother and Me. That's like a dramatic version, kind of like they did that with The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then it actually turned into a real show that's on the Peacock service. But someone did this with My Brother and Me. They're like,
oh, interesting.
Goo became a drug dealer that gets murdered, and the younger brother becomes a cop. It's bizarre. Okay, so this is legit. Remember the Brothers Garcia?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that got a sequel, a real sequel series.
It did?
Really?
Where they're all the kids are all grown up now, and it's like the same exact show. It's just everyone's just older.
The hell? Really?
I'm looking this up now because what? Oh yeah, it's called The Garcias.
Yeah, it was on HBO Max, and it ran for one season in 2022.
That's why we don't remember it.
Yeah, it was only 10 episodes, but I think it's the same exact cast. They're all just older. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I have to fucking look this up now.
Yeah, that just flew under the radar. I found out about that by accident because it was just you know when you're like lying in bed and you're trying to fall asleep, and all of a sudden you just remember, hey, remember the Brothers Garcia? Whatever happened to that show? And then you
thought about that.
I forgot that they gave Little Romeo a show.
What was it called? Was it just called Little Romeo?
It was called Romeo.
Romeo
with a an exclamation mark or a microphone, depending on what you're looking at.
See, now we're at the point where I like stopped actively watching.
Yeah, no, that's probably when
Nickelodeon.
I stopped actively watching around. That's like once it started getting into the deeper 2000s. That's when I was like more so about Toonami and Adult Swim and anything else. But Nickelodeon.
I was watching Recess the other day, though. I'll fuck with some Recess.
I mean, though, a lot of those kids shows are still universal. Like you can still go back and watch a lot of them.
I think a lot of them show like on Disney Plus now. Like you can just watch them that way.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about doing is setting up like. I don't know if you can do like watch lists. I'm so bad watching movies and TV now that I don't even know how to really use the apps to their full potential. I want to see if there's a way that you can set up like a schedule of shows on like Disney Plus, because I want to wake up at 7 a.m. on a Saturday, 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. on a Saturday, and start watching like the 1998 One Saturday Morning lineup on Disney Plus.
You can't go back, Jack. You can't go back in time.
Yes, I can. And I'm going to kick it off with the theme song, too.
It's over. Everything is over. Yeah, no, I thought about that, too. Because, like, I recently saw, like, because I follow a nostalgia page, and somebody posted their collection of Stickly, like, puppets. Like, the original ones. Like, they got it from, like, the guy who voiced Stickly, and I was just like, oh man, that is a fucking trip down memory lane.
That's
like,
awesome.
that's crazy, all the different Sticklies. And then
Like it's just a popsicle stick with eyes.
just a popsicle stick with eyes.
I didn't know.
But like
that signified the start of summer.
It really did.
Paul Christie is his name, the voice of Stickly.
It's just a very clear time machine.
You know, that also made me remember Face.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Face was fucking amazing. I loved Face.
Face is especially intense if you've been like doing some pharmaceuticals.
I can imagine.
That was always frustrating because whenever you would stay home sick, then you would be like, oh, now it's the baby shows. Like,
there was something.
I guess I'll watch them.
When
the Richard World, the
Busy World of Richard Scary
came on. You're like, this slaps.
All right.
Also, I have to give a lot of respect to Muppet Babies.
Yes.
Specifically, the episode where they go inside the video game system was like my favorite episode. Anytime that came on, I was glued to the TV.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, that was like my favorite one. Like I'd forget what the setup was, but like they basically all like jumped into a video game world and were like playing out as the video games characters.
I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt right now, and I learned about Star Wars because of the Muppet Babies. And well, you remember they like you never saw the old Muppet Babies ever replayed because they like didn't have the licensing
right
for like showing clips from Indiana Jones and
Kermit was Han Solo and Piggy had the buns and
yeah. And then who was Granny voiced by? Was it Barbara Billingsley?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Granny was Barbara Billingsley.
Are you just straight up like watching?
Yeah, I can hear, yeah.
I can kind of hear just a little bit like.
I've just been playing them in the background.
There's gonna be so many people listening to this to just be like not really paying attention until like this part and be like, oh, I love Bobby Babies.
Just close your eyes, believe.
The only thing
dude, those songs rock.
Like, the only thing I distinctly remember,
like 20 years later, and I still remember. Like 80% of it.
The only thing I like distinctly remember from the Muppet Babies, there's two things I distinctly remember from Muppet Babies. The first is baby Animal, looking at like he's like driving a car and he pulls up to a stoplight and he just goes, "Green means stop, red means go," and then he goes and causes a car accident. And then
silly
Gonzo like wants to order something like in the mail. And Granny helps him and tells him it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks to show up. And he goes, 68 weeks? I'll be old by then.
Man.
Why do I remember these? Like,
I don't know. I was just thinking of that too. Like, why do I remember the stupidest shit? And then when I'm like doing trivia, it's like, who was the president during the 80s? And I'm like, is it Carter or Reagan? I can't remember.
Ronald Reagan, like, the actor?
And then I'm like, oh, I remember stupid shit. Alex Mack.
Yep.
That show.
I don't know shit about fuck.
You know,
shit about fuck.
I was thinking also about amazing songs to shows. Like, have you ever sat down and just listened to like some of the music from the original Power Rangers? Because it fucking slaps.
My friend's uncle was the band.
That's why I remembered that. Because like, so I know one of my friends knew someone like who was like, or like was related to someone that knew.
Yeah, he like played me the rest of the band songs, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
Now, did
like
they re-record the music when they like Americanized the show?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure because
I don't
it's
think the
like
music was a
completely
part of
different
it.
for Super Sentai. It was very different.
Yeah. I just know
That's
that
so
my
great.
knowledge of I just know that it was a bizarre Japanese show that they like retrofitted for American audiences.
It's one of the smartest moves in television history.
So really,
Like it was just to sell toys.
It's still going on.
Yeah,
they're still doing it.
But he's just like, all right, how do we save money? Let's just take these action shots from like a different show, and then we'll just put like reaction shots. That's crazy.
When I distinctly remember being in kindergarten. This was 1995. This was like Power Rangers was at its height. Like it was the new thing. Not really the new thing, but it was at its height. It was the big thing. And it was either like McDonald's or Burger King did a like one of the toys, the kids meal toys was the badges, the Power Rangers badges.
Yeah, the morphers.
And everybody, myself included, had them because every day at recess on the playground, everybody was playing Power Rangers and they all had morphers. And like you could get the shit beaten out of you for anything, but no one was going to fuck with your morpher. Like, like that was like, if you had one, like you were cool.
One of the first instances of hard to get toys that I had ever experienced was the dagger, the Green Ranger's dagger.
Oh yeah,
you could not get it anywhere. It was
everybody wanted everything.
Every single place was sold out. Like I tried every single toy store. Like of course there was like multiple Toys R Us, but then like the mom and pop stores, you'd be like, oh, maybe no one's tried here.
The KB Toy Works.
KB Toys gone. All of the places gone. I never got one. And I thought it was the coolest thing because, like, of course, being a musician, like, you know, like it played like the music too.
That's probably it. That's probably it.
That's probably it. But I never had one, so I don't know.
Jack, please look it up. I need to know how accurate I am.
Nate, you just doing that just remind me of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Zach was pretty spot on. I think it was yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's like it's something like that.
Is it?
It's crazy. Sounds that stick in our brains.
I call the power of the dragon.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh, God.
You know, I was just talking to my therapist today that I might be on the autistic spectrum.
Might?
You know.
No, I do seriously want to do some research into it because, like, there have been some things that have, as I've done my mental health journey, like to harken back to our original conversation at the top of the episode.
Leg lumps?
I realized, huh?
Leg lumps?
Yeah, your lumps. Your lumps. Check it out.
But yes, back to the beginning of the episode with the mental health.
Just, I think back on some of the things that I do, and I like my little brother and my nephew are both on the spectrum, and I looked at some of the things that they've done, and like how like some of the actions they've taken, and just some of the conversations we've had, and there's a lot of things that I see parallels with, like, for me, but like I'm a lot more inward with my things, so I just would be curious to actually see if I was on the spectrum at all, just because I am extra ADHD. So
I think, well, I know I definitely am without having actually been tested, and that is because my interests include, at 36 years old, Sonic the Hedgehog and podcasting.
Trains.
Yes, and the
all right, and also like you could probably rail off like so many little like facts about
definitely
Sonic that like I probably can't even like
at trivia.
Yeah, like how the character of Rotor was originally known as Boomer, but then at some point his name was changed to Rotor. Mind you, we also just did like 20 minutes talking about Nickelodeon shows from the late 90s in extensive detail.
True.
Vivid
but that's
detail.
also just millennials, like aging millennials.
Sure. But
which is like, wait, but that's another thing that I wanted, because like I mentioned before on one of the last episodes, because I don't think it's been a while since we've been on an episode together, Nate, so I don't know if you know this, but I've been getting into Magic the Gathering again, like mostly this year has been like a big undertaking for me. And one of the most interesting things that I've noticed is that Wizards of the Coast is owned by Hasbro. And Hasbro has a bunch of different intellectual properties. And there's a thing now where, like, now it's not just Magic the Gathering cards. Now it's like, now you can legitimately make a commander deck with Dwight Schrute as your commander.
Yeah,
you can
started seeing this shit.
Yes.
Spider-Man and
Spider-Man was actually a very contested drop because it wasn't really well done. I've learned a lot about like the lore of all the things that happen, but it's called Universes Beyond. Anyways, I don't want to get into that tangent, but the important thing is that what I've noticed is that we're now at the age where all of these like corporate interests are starting to like do like, all right, what are this age demographic? What is this age demographic like? Because like they just recently released a Universes Beyond for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They did a SpongeBob. They're doing Avatar: The Last Airbender that's being released like next week, if I recall correctly. Like, and I'm sitting here like they're definitely finally just trying to check off the list of all the things that millennials love that they can track monetarily, and they're just giving us that. And like now we're being catered to in multiple different industries, and it's very weird. This is like the part of growing up that like I wasn't really. I like kind of always knew and assumed, but it is weird recognizing us being pandered to widely as a demographic now.
Yeah. Is this like how like Simpsons is in Fortnite now? I know they're doing like a big event.
Yeah, everything's everywhere.
Everything's everywhere.
Crazy. It's like you have like those gummy worm flavored Mountain Dew, and then you have Mountain Dew flavored gummy worms. And
oh my God, I saw a video of a guy that bought a Baja Blast pie.
That's a thing now. Yeah, that's if I can locate that anywhere, that's gonna be like the holy grail of bizarre fast food and fast food adjacent items.
I hate that. I want to try it.
I do too.
I
hate it.
I mean, that's kind of the age we're in right now. It's like
that's why it's working.
Making stuff taste like other stuffs. Yeah, it's just,
they got us. They know.
And like they don't even have to do it for a long time. You're like, you try it once, you're like, that was gross, and then you're like, but you tried it, and then they can move on.
I mean, we are the generation that grew up with those awful ketchups that were like dyed different colors and tasted like like vitamin C.
The green ketchup. Yeah.
I just remember the purple one vividly. The purple one's the one that always jumps in my head.
You had to get it. You had to, because you're like, oh, it's different. And then like there was like the Kool-Aid that didn't have the dye in it. It was just clear. And you're like, oh, what's that like?
Well, speaking of that, I mean, I just had the empty can sitting here, but Diet Coke, they came out with a line, Diet Coke and lime, but they're doing like the 90s design on the can. So it's like white with the lines and the like original 90s.
This is what I mean, guys.
We all just want to go back. I get it. Like it was a Facebook post, but I was asked today, like, would you accept like one door is you get $5 million, and then the other door you go back to 2000. Like, which one would you pick?
It depends on what I get to go back to 2000 with. Like, if I can keep the mentality that I have now and go back to 2000, am I going to fucking do things fucking differently? Oh my God, because that would be different. Like
would you still be you though? Like, would you still be like your age? Like, that's all these questions that
I have read enough isekai manga. I know the answer to this. The answer is if it is actually isekai manga rules, then you get transported mentally as that your mental age, like your cognition, that you just get transported into your younger self.
Yeah.
And if that's how it happens, bitch, I am doing so many different things.
Yeah, but does that become a butterfly effect sort of thing where it's going to screw up your like, your outlook?
I mean, maybe if we're thinking real world consequences and like quantum physics and all of that, that could probably be a thing.
Yeah, my fucking stupid ass brain just can't help but go down this path of just like, would I still be able to have sex with people, or would that be
as opposed to
like, am I like, because in my brain I'm gonna be 38.
That is interesting. It's interesting.
Like a teenager, I'm like, am I allowed to? Because I mean, obviously I didn't lose my virginity until I was 30, so I would probably would take more risk, if I went back, because I'd be like, oh, it doesn't matter as much. Like, I held back so much because I was like, oh, this is really important, and like this is going to determine your entire life, like who you date, like it's important. And then, but like, seeing my stupid brain would be like, would I still be allowed to date people? Like, would that be weird?
Yeah.
Sorry. To that.
Oh no, I totally get where you're going with. I've read enough stories where the interesting take on that is I can't remember which manga it was I read now, but there is one where a guy got transported back into his younger self, and he just wasn't interested like in younger women. He ended up liking women that would have been
Older.
his age when but like, before he
I guess that makes sense.
transmigrated back. So like I think it would probably if it was like that and like, but I feel like if the question is being posed, you have to be able to take the cognition that you have now with you back in time.
You're right.
Because otherwise, if you're going to be sent back in time and you don't remember, well, fuck that. I don't want to
that's dumb.
I have to go and relive it and then not remember that I made myself go back to relive it.
No. That's
no
dice.
I'm not going to do that.
And you're right. Like it would just be
So I go back to early September 2006. Our video production teacher back in high school introduces me. This is Katie. She's going to be part of your group. And then I'm like, the older me runs up behind younger me. Don't do it. Don't you do it, son. Don't you do it.
No, I'm sure you're.
No.
I'm sure
you would not be able to convince younger you if it was that state. You
Younger me's gonna look at me, older me, and be like, "Bro, I'm about to get my dick wet. Get the fuck out of here."
No, you wouldn't trade it.
Yeah, okay, old man.
There was still.
You probably wouldn't even recognize that it was older you, and then older you would be trying to convince younger you, and they're like, "Wow, this is what everybody else was dealing with when I was that age. Now I fucking understand. God damn it."
That guy that was my uncle was right.
But what's even funnier is if you think about how actual time travel physics work is like the moment that you have that interaction, you would have the memory of this happening and you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm a dumbass.
Time travel is just impossible to write. I feel very scared anytime a show fucks with it because it's almost never done right. Because
unless you're gonna do what the movie Primer did, there's no point in actually doing a like true to life like time travel because it is very complicated to actually shoot it temporally like linear. Like we saw, like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Primer, Jack, but I highly suggest watching it at least once. It is one of the best movies I've ever seen that I never understand. Like, I go back and I read the synopsis. It's one of those movies I go back and I've read the synopsis so many times, and like I grasp a little bit more each time I go back and read it. But like it is very complicated. But it's such a artfully well done movie, and it really it does a great job of capturing atmospheric horror.
I trust any film where the poster has those like the little awards symbols on them with like the palms for the various
Tribeca Film Festival,
yeah,
Sundance,
yeah. That's how you know it's going to be good.
Was A21 or what? I forget what the
A24. Yeah,
A24.
Although A24, I feel like they're starting to get like too commercial.
They're getting bigger and commercial, so now they're going through their commercialization phase. You know, it happens when you get big enough.
Yeah. All right. You mentioned something earlier, and I don't have a good segue for that
because we're hardly focused.
I don't even remember what you said. You said
doesn't make much sense.
It might have been about AI, but we'll just go with that. Vines are coming back.
Sure.
I thought we were talking about the penny because that's
the penny. Yeah, that too. Okay.
Oh yeah, you said something about a penny that I wasn't paying
Vine.
attention to. What about Vines?
Oh,
Vine's more important.
Monkey Vines?
Yes. So the guy that created Twitter, Jack Dorsey, he is bringing back Vine. It's going to be called Divine.
No, just call it Vine. Why does it have to be something? I'm sorry,
because I don't think he owns the name anymore.
Okay,
I think stupid Elon owns it now.
I hate how that works, but okay, I get it. I get it.
Well, didn't they already do this with Byte?
What's that? That's how well it worked.
Byte was Vine, like remade. It came back as Byte, and then they tried to be like TikTok, and then they went, yeah.
They lost. They
right,
just
I'm
lost
correct.
the. There is nothing that anyone would have been able to do to change the way that like TikTok grew. Like TikTok, like the people who own TikTok, they just knew how to jump in at the right time. And with the fact that the pandemic happened also around that same time, just done. That's why it became a staple and a thing.
Byte, the same thing happened kind of similar with Byte. It was a little bit after TikTok, but the thing that was different with Byte was that it was 6 seconds. You had 6 seconds to make like a little video, and it was like perfect. Like Dan and I made so many videos, and it was just so fucking fun to like condense your creativity into 6 seconds. And then all of a sudden they started doing longer videos, and from there on out it started going down, and then like it eventually copied the same exact format as TikTok. And it was like, well, what's the hopes was, because all the legislation going on with TikTok, that TikTok was going to go under, it was going to be banned from the United States, and then everybody was going to jump from TikTok onto Byte, but it never happened.
You know what really showed me how like this social media thing is a platform thing is a lot more cutthroat. It's what happened when MySpace started kind of fully going under, and then Google was like, we're gonna do Google Plus, and then like I remember the push from a bunch of people like, let's go to Google Plus. Like, all right, I'll make one, and then I made one, and then what happened? Everybody was already used to using Facebook, so nobody used it. And then where's Google Plus now? Defunct and turned off.
It's part of that Google graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
All that I love that website. Just looking at the hundreds of quote unquote innovations Google's come up with over the past 20 years that they then shut down, some of which were things you completely forgot about, and then other things that were actually really useful that Google decided, we don't need this
I didn't even
anymore.
actually know that existed. Now I'm curious.
The Google graveyard. Yeah. Dude, fucking remember Stadia? Google Stadia? That whole thing?
No.
Vaguely remember
it
that
was,
word.
It was their like quote unquote video game platform, but it was cloud gaming. It's like what Microsoft is doing now with Xbox, where their whole like anything is an Xbox. Well, Google was doing that, and I guess it wasn't profitable enough. But the ironic thing about that is when Cyberpunk 2077 came out and could not run on anything at the time, the only platform that could run it like perfectly was Stadia, because it was all based off of a centralized machine that you were just
they were just way too early for this. So a cloud gaming service combining a Wi-Fi gaming controller and allowed users to stream gameplay through web browsers, TV, mobile apps, and Chromecast. Yep. Like we have things that do all of that now,
right?
But like at the time that dropped, especially 2019 to 2023 was probably not a good time.
Well, it's like it's like
things like
sure, but it's also like Sega coming out with the Dreamcast and doing all these things that like modern consoles now. It's like you don't even think twice about it, but it was all new with the they were just too early or ahead of the time.
It is really hard to make something like that a staple, because each new thing that becomes the big thing ends up kind of taking up like cultural consciousness, so to speak.
Yep.
So like it's like one of the reasons why we call podcasts, even though that derived from the Apple like.
Do I need an iPod to listen to your podcast?
You know who shot themselves in the feet was Sony with the PlayStation View, which I used because that was the first. Okay, it wasn't the first.
That was the thing with the camera, and it had like interactive like games, right?
Oh, no. This was it's like YouTube TV. It was their streaming cable TV service, and it was the first like full-fledged one that included network channels, and like Sling came out around the same time. But Sling didn't, Sling only has cable channels, whereas PlayStation Vue had the whole package.
Oh.
And one thing that really hurt them is because it had the name PlayStation in it, even though it was available on pretty much any device. Like, you said Chromecast, you could get on Apple TV, you could get on Fire Stick.
Saw that, and they just assumed it was only for people who had PlayStation.
Everybody, I would tell people I had PlayStation Vue, and they'd all be like, "Do I need a PlayStation to use that?" I'm like, no.
Because you would assume you would.
Yeah, and then they ended up shutting down. But then while they were out at the end of their lifespan, YouTube came out with their service. Hulu has one. Like streaming cable is a thing now. It's unfortunately just as expensive as traditional.
They were always
cable,
going to try and make it equivalent because they wanted the same price margins.
Yeah.
Or profit margins, rather.
Their name killed it, though. That was at the end of it, because I remember my cousin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was trying to sell it to my cousin, and he was like, "I don't have a PlayStation." I'm like, you don't need a PlayStation.
That was definitely their fault. Because again, anything you put the PlayStation in front of, you're going to assume it is a PlayStation proprietary device or apparatus of some sort, because that's how they market their shit. That's how they market their shit.
So at the end of their lifespan, they were actually considering
for the N-Gage. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
The N-Gage was insane for two reasons. One, the taco phone, and the other being there were games on there that you can't find anywhere else that were like developed specifically for that platform. There's like an Elder Scrolls game. There was a Tomb Raider game. I was trying to sell my parents on that because I really wanted, when I was a teenager, I really wanted a cell phone, and they oh God, I was better off asking if I could, drink alcohol and get behind the wheel of a vehicle. They'd probably sooner give me permission to do that than get me a cell phone. But I was trying to sell them on the N-Gage because it was, it's a video game platform. It just happens to have a cell phone in it, but you don't.
I'm not going to use that.
Yeah.
It is so strange how many things have come and gone in all of that time, but and how few companies seem to learn from the past when it comes to some of these things.
Yeah. Taco phone.
But Vine's coming back.
Vine is coming back. And, And the what they're hoping is a selling point for Divine is that not obviously not all of them, but a good amount of Vine videos from the original service have been archived and will be available to watch on Divine once it goes live. Well, I think it's already live. Yeah, you can already get it on iOS and Android, but there is archived content on there. You can obviously create new content. It's not just going to be a platform to watch old Vines. You can create new Vines too, but they're also putting in methods of reducing. They're never going to be able to completely filter it out, but reducing the amount of AI generated content and making it easier to like label and discern that it's AI generated content, because Dorsey and this other guy who calls himself Rabble feel that other platforms like TikTok and Instagram, YouTube, they don't do a great job of labeling if something is AI.
No.
And they really want to. They're not going to be 100% AI free, but they're really going to make it like, okay, we'll allow it on there, but you need to like watermark the hell out of your content.
Yeah.
So,
I really, really wish every single platform integrated, like, even if it was just like there's a possibility that this is AI, just like a little disclaimer somewhere, because I've just seen so many videos where people just completely buy into it and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I'm like, really? Like, you didn't see like he had 3 hands for 1 second?
that and the influx of people who are actually real and posting real content, be like, are you AI? Is this AI?
This is AI, man.
Because now everybody's calling everything AI. So
it's pointless. Like, even like the album cover that Space Bear did for Fever Dream Radio, like, everyone was like, so lame that you guys used AI for the cover. It's like, no, we actually like hired somebody and paid a lot of money for him to design it. Like, and it wasn't like, oh well, then he he must have gypped you out by just, and I was like, dude, we saw the 3D, like we saw like, I'm not like a 3D modeler, but like we saw like the structure, the blank palette of it, you know, like before he added the textures, like he showed us the step-by-step process of like, okay, here is the thumbnail. Which one of these do you like? And then we selected the thumbnail, and then he showed us like the wireframe, and we're like, oh, okay, that one's cool. And then he added texture, like he showed us the entire process.
Sure, I hope you weren't actually arguing with these people though, because that's why I've learned about threads. I hardly focus on threads. Is just never read the comments, and if you do read the comments, don't engage with any people like this.
But like, at the same time, the fact that someone is even like asking, like, oh, hello, welcome to the conversation. Yes, the reason that you are having a hard time telling the difference is the reason why people don't like it, because it's just scraping all the stuff that's already there, which is why some of them are hard to tell. Like, I had a thing happen where there's a content creator I watch, and I know she's real, but like watching her video, I'm like, I can see why someone would start assuming this, because these AIs are also scrawling and grabbing all of these content creators that are doing the same thing, and that's also very easy to just spit out, just to have someone an avatar that is like an AI person that is trying that's interacting the same way, because there's like hundreds and upon thousands of hours of someone putting themselves in front of a video and talking and doing stuff. So I'm sure that is a thing. So like we're in a weird part there, but like at the same time, it's still easy to fix your algorithm so that you don't get those things. Like whenever anything AI pops, it sticks out like a sore thumb, and I'm just like, nope, dislike, go away.
I have a question. What the fuck is Sora?
No.
And I'm not talking about the main character of the Kingdom Hearts series.
Oh, I know. Sora is like one of the newest AI. Like, it is.
Hello.
It is also very. All the ads I've seen for it have been very gooner bait. So take that as you will.
I think it's stupid. I know someone who has been like having a field day making videos with it.
I mean,
well, it sucks though, because like I just I've just stumbled across like a creator who does these crazy transition videos where like she does like the, you know, and then her like makeup changes, and then she does like different, and it's all like different takes, but you'd be like, oh, there's so many people that just take this as like, oh, you just used AI.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, can you imagine like you go frame by frame, like to go like this, and then like now all of a sudden I'm a, you know, somebody from Avatar, like blue and crazy, like painted, and like you go through all that trouble of like, okay, I'm gonna put my hands like this, and then I'm gonna go like that, and then spend 6 hours painting my face, and then I'll do the same exact thing again, and then we'll splice them together, and then it will be like and then people
it's
are
like
like
hours of work. It's hours of work, literally.
So long. And I'm watching these videos, I'm like, man, she could have just used AI. Like, it's really shitty, because it sucks, but I mean, hating it's not going to make it go away,
right?
Unfortunately.
No.
So
it's our engagement with it and that's what I mean. Like, just remember, it's still your algorithm. You still like, because we are still the object of this consumerist fucking society, we still have a little bit of control over the media that comes to us. So just use those tools.
But but Zach, the hard question is, like, if you didn't know it was AI and you just liked it, what's the problem? Like, what's the difference? Like, the thing is with these algorithms, it's like you're still getting subjected to things that you like. So it's very like, I feel like it's very similar to like, you just found out your favorite like musician has a scandal, and now you're like, oh, the art versus the artist, and then just because like,
okay, I hear
I've
where you're
seen
coming
so
from.
many like AI videos that are really fucking cool, and like I don't know if they would exist without AI.
So my
So
thing
it's like, but
is,
I'm subjected to it, and I'm like, I like this, but like I don't want to like it because it's bad. But
regardless
porn,
of,
so what are we doing?
well, there's that. I kind of think that at this point you can't. It's a medium. It's a medium that's there. It's accessible, regardless of what we say or do. That's where it is. And the thing is, it's not just in art. There's AI and all different kinds of things. Like like it's. If you haven't already, I've definitely had AI based conversations with like insurance companies where I've had to talk to an AI, hoping that it understands what I'm saying, and becoming that 80-year-old person saying, "Speak to an agent. Speak to an agent."
Have you gone through the drive-through at like Wendy's and they use AI now to take your order?
It's so it's disquieting. It's disquieting. It doesn't make me feel good.
And I don't know,
like
I don't know what I'm supposed to do when I'm talking to things like that. Like, do I talk to it like a human, or do I just bark commands at it?
The weirdest thing I had is so there's a thing that more places are probably going to start using. There's a guy I forget where it was. I called into this call center, and someone was using an AI assisted tool that used his voice to further parts of the conversation, and then like at some point, he just like stopped using the tool and was just talking as himself. That was the weirdest thing that I've encountered so far.
I don't like that.
That I didn't like at all. Like that whole time I was just like, because like my brain could tell something was off, but like I had to keep responding to the information as if it wasn't off, like it was normal. And that's to me the thing that I think is what will sway things, because obviously we're still in a consumer society, like I said before, so we're still going to be catered to as much as they want to push this angle. If you can't make it happen, then it's not going to happen. It's not going to be a thing. Like I as far as like the data aggregation, like all that stuff, that's probably here to stay. Unfortunately, all those data centers and all that shit happening. I don't know how we're going to stop that, because like literally, like I can't like lie, like, you know, like using Google, like the stupid AI transcription thing. It is definitely getting better. I still fact check it when I use it to just make sure I'm not looking at something weird, or it's just like pulled some information together because it looks right and it only cares that it looks right. But like that's
more
the thing.
people did that.
Well, I mean,
and fact checked it or just thought twice. Like right before we came on, somebody made a post about like Chris Tucker died, and I was like, no, like. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be really big news if Chris Tucker died.
Yeah, no, we would. It would be big news if that actually happened.
But it'd be really funny if they say Chris Tucker died and then they show a picture of Kevin Hart
or Betty White.
Yeah. Slightly different examples there, Zach, but
that's just how my brain works. But like it's like I said, it's a medium that's here to stay. There are going to be things that people do with it that I think are going to be cool, because we're human beings, we're imaginative, and we're going to find a way to do things with stuff that's going to be cool. And like if you see something and you genuinely find it cool, and you find out after the fact it's like AI, like it's the same thing with like when like it's not the same thing. It's a similar boat as like, you know, Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling, like, you know, or like, you know, like Harvey Weinstein, and like, or you know, like the guy behind Sandman, Neil Gaiman, which I'm actually upset about, because I wish we could get a third season of the Sandman series, because I actually really love that series. God damn it, hardly focused. I'm going so many tangents. CK. But it's like that thing, like so. We now kind of have a responsibility to be media literate, and you know we won't but that's our responsibility. And it's the same thing with AI. Like you can knock it as much as you want, interact with it as much as you want as well. Like, there's going to be a space for you still, because as long as there are large blocks of people that are disliking of it, it's going to be accommodating, because, like, you know, it's where the money goes. It's like that's what's being followed. Like, we're going to see more of it trickle into all those little weird places in life where we don't expect to hear AI suddenly. But that's the part that I don't really like. But I'm hoping that, you know, it becomes a little bit more sensible as people are like, yeah, if this really isn't working because nobody responds well to it. Because, like, I think that's one of those things that we will find, that there are some things where that's going to be what happens.
Yeah.
Because you can still tell. I'm sorry. You can still tell when it feels weird. You may not be able to put your finger on why, but it's disquieting and it's uncomfortable.
The whole Sora thing scares me, because it looks very realistic.
Oh yeah, no, I know about that, because I've seen a couple videos with, like, Jake Paul is, like, floating up to a doorbell, like, or like a Ring doorbell video, like, dressed as like a fairy with, like, a tutu on. It's just, like, completely ridiculous shit. Like
floating in
AI now
in front of a moving vehicle. That's where you should be going. Jake Paul stinks. Both those Pauls stink. Did you watch that? Was it MMA or UFC, whatever it was, a few months ago?
No, I didn't watch it. I remember us, like, talking about it, because we all were just like, I mean, honestly, I kind of had a feeling I knew what was going to happen, just because, like, I was cynical. I remember us vividly remember us all talking about this conversation. We're like, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Yep.
I just looked up Sora, and it showed me, like, Mr. Rogers had Tupac on.
Wait, really?
So,
did he?
like,
or is this a Sora thing?
It's a Sora thing.
It's a Sora thing, Jack. God damn
that's
it.
Why I said, I said I just looked up Sora, and it brought up.
But that's a horrible example, because that sounds like something Mr. Rogers would have done to show equality and also turn a new generation to.
No, it's a great example.
Mr. Rogers would.
Yeah, you would.
Is it Bill? Like, it's because that's what people are going to use it for. They're going to use it to be like, remember the time Tupac was, and then they'll make the Kazam thing or whatever.
Yeah, people will be creating Mandela effects.
They'll actually start
if they haven't already.
Is it Kazam? Is that what it is? The
Shazam, Kazam, Kablam. What are them?
Like, no,
that's the Sinbad movie, right?
The Sinbad movie that doesn't exist, right? You know, but, like, are they going to do it? Like, they're probably going to make it now.
I'm sure someone is going to take the time to use an AI program to make the movie, and it's probably going to be awful. And I'm sure
like, it existed, see, like, and then now we're fucked. We're fucked.
So the only issue that I foresee is that, you know, we are not good at remembering things that happen now. So that's the only thing that's a little concerning. Because, like, what if we just forget to remember that this is a problem, and then we just get used to it because of, like, the monkey in the ladder thing, and eventually all the monkeys are cycled out, and just, oh yeah, you know, I'm just used to the you know, you talking to the thing, and it says the voice just says the thing, and it's just the voice. And it's not a person; it's just the voice that you talk to. It's just a guy. He does the thing for you.
On the note of all of this, can I play something for you?
Sure.
Here we go.
Got mud on my jeans, still ready to go. Every scar's a story that I survived. I've been through hell, but I'm still alive. They said, slow down, boy.
This isn't real. I just want you to know. This song is 100% AI generated. And that is sad. Because because if someone didn't tell me this was AI generated, I'd say this is a good song. I like this, but now that I know it's AI generated, this is garbage.
Ain't changing my tone, ain't changing my song. I was born this way, been
What are you supposed to do with that, though? Like,
can't tour behind it.
If it's a good song, like it's. Listen. I'll make this very clear. I fucking hate AI, but I also agree that I don't know exactly what that does.
Yeah.
Like, I hear that song and I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to like it because of how it was made. But it's like, but it still checks all the boxes.
Yeah, objectively, it sounds good.
Like, yeah, it sounds good, and it's like, so it really gets down to, like, it's fucking over people. But like, when has an art form ever existed where it wasn't fucking over people?
Right.
Yeah.
Like every art form has been a race for that to happen eventually.
Yeah.
Every art form.
Like, computer generated stuff.
Look at the video game industry, where the innovation is not now.
I was just reading about
it's like
the developer, I think Crafton, they did the Subnautica game, and they actually are offering like severance packages to people because they have announced they're going to be an AI forward studio. And if you're not on board with that, you can get the fuck out. So they're offering severance packages now to people who don't align with the company's
Video
future.
games are really where this is going to be hit the most because coding.
I think everything is going to be.
Yeah, like video, like anything that relies on any kind of like code monkeys are going to be a thing eventually. Where it's going to be much harder to get a coder job because or your jobs are going to be cleaning up AI muck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because companies are just going to move to using AI to generate all their shit. Like, we're going to have video games that are made entirely with AI with just a team of people that went behind just cleaning up things. And then things are going to break randomly in games. And we're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? And, like, some things will hold on because there are still going to be quality purists out there, regardless of what happens when it comes to this. Like, that's the only saving grace. There are still going to be that. And, like, when it comes to music, like, yeah, that sounded good objectively, but that same point, how do you tour off of that? How do you make that something else? The reason that people like musicians aren't just because the music's good, it's because of the parasocial relationship they have with the music and the artist. Honestly, you can't do that with the AR artist. You can't.
You'd have to do
manufacture that.
Just listening to it doesn't generate a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right.
You'd have to do the Gorillaz thing. You'd have to do like an animated band.
Right. And at that point, you're not.
It costs more money.
What are you doing?
Worth.
Exactly.
Well, but don't forget about the disaster that was the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition a few years ago, because they used AI to go through and pretty much upscale everything in all three games to make it look quote unquote modern, and then they trusted humans to then go through and try to correct the AI's mistakes, and it made too many mistakes. It was a mess. Because we're using a tool that is literally outside of human biological function to do a task that our brains would not be able to collate and do. And of course, there are going to be so many errors and bugs and issues that we can't address all of them because it's a scale thing. Like, I don't know. That's why I don't know. I can see it happening. I can see all of this happening, and I don't like it, but I don't know what to do besides give my money to the things that I like. Yeah. And we will wrap up this episode of the show. Nate, do you need to leave now? If you need to leave now, do it. I will not judge you heavily.
We'll see if I'm in the next segment or not.
Okay.
We do have a history of being like, I can do 10 more minutes, and then it's like 40 minutes later.
Well, yeah, I mean that is how we roll here. Okay. Well, we will do this, and I will try to keep it as brief as possible.
This is the end.
Hardly focused.
The end.
I'm not AIing you into this. No. Well, it's about music, and it's about a real life human who.
That is interesting.
Who performs music, but she's also a pageant winner. Her name is Ignacia Fernandez. She is a contestant in Miss World Chile. So that is Chile's Miss World, and whoever wins, this being Ignatia, goes on to the formal Miss World competition. But she is also a singer in a death metal band.
That's
I saw that.
Awesome.
So here is
hell yeah.
So here she is at I think this was a week ago at the Miss World Chile pageant. Her band is called I believe it's Decessus, and her guitarist joined her on stage to perform one of their songs. I believe it's a song that's on their forthcoming album. And remember, she's in a beauty pageant, and she's also on the side a death metal singer. So here we go.
Win or lose, she's won.
I'm actually very impressed. At first, I was like, "Oh, it seems kind of like some generic, genty, like metal." But like, also, but like as she was going on, I was like, "Okay, I can see the appeal." Like, I still don't think this would be like a band that I would personally listen to, just because like I just like a lot more
vocals.
Yeah, like I like all growls, but you got to be doing a lot more musically for me to stay for just growls.
Yeah.
But very good. Honestly, it reminded me a little bit of Agalok.
Oh, I can see that slightly. It's a little more like scratchy than
and not as long and drawn out.
I figured this would have been down
staccato.
Both of your alleys. I know this is Zach, especially it's your jam. But
I love metal. Fuck you.
I said both of you. I was inclusive.
I know.
I just don't know if it's going to be serious or not because it's Jack.
No, I'm serious. I mean, I didn't know who Opeth was until you introduced me to them. I mean, I'm not a fan, but I'm familiar with them. So, and that just, it's your style of music, Zach and Nate. So I figured you'd appreciate
I'm all over
it.
the fucking place. So I
get
especially
now.
Yeah. Well,
I like it. I think it's cool. Like I said, I think whether she places in the pageant.
I mean, she's gorgeous.
She already
mean,
won.
That is some tough competition right there. She is absolutely gorgeous.
It's just cool to see like that kind of arena having that kind of music showcase there. It's that's the part that's cool to me about it. It's like, wow, like that's not something I would have expected metal. I would not expect metal to be in the center of that kind of competition. It's cool. Yeah. Because I don't know, it's like it's one of those things that like you always feels like it's a still kind of a fringe niche like community.
Yeah.
Yeah, she completely fucked herself because no one out there is going to appreciate it. But
no, see down there they're going to appreciate that. Up in America, you'll never see that happen up here. You do something that, you're vilified.
Yeah. So I agree with that. I completely think that's awesome that it made it. And that she was brave enough to be like, you know what? This is what I do.
This is actually me. This is me still. Like this, I'm this and also this at the same time. Like fuck with it.
Yeah. I would like to see more. I really would. I want to like reach out to her and be like, can you sing too? Like just mix it up a little bit because
I know. I love clean vocals
like,
and
I love
growls.
Mixing it, Between the Buried and Me is one of my favorites. And
the very beginning of that, she was singing. Like she does both.
Yeah, it was hard to tell what it was. It seemed like it was some sort of computer thing, but it was very I mean,
well, her name is.
You're right.
Her name's Ignacia Fernandez. She is the winner.
I'll have to look. Yeah,
she's the winner of Miss World Chile. She will be going to the global Miss World competition in 2026, and her band is called Decessus. And
I vote for her.
Well, that's a badass name too. I like that.
I mean, it's something different. It's not like, hey, check it out. It's like, oh, I could sing. That's my talent. Like, there's so many talent shows where it's singing. It's like, dude, we already have singing shows.
But do you have growlers?
No.
And it's like you can sing, but like, what is your voice? Do you sing? Because everybody can sing.
When America's Got Talent, it's like, I could sing, and I'm like,
but do you got
the
voice? And yes, I know that's a show too, because that's why they did it.
That's me insane.
Yeah, but not everybody can be Susan Boyle, you know.
That's true.
Remember,
or that
guy,
Asian dude that did the Whitney Houston song. No, not Ricky Martin.
Yeah. What was his name? I forgot.
I can't remember his name, but there's an Asian dude that like I remember years back was like viral internet sensation singing "I Will Always Love You," the Whitney Houston version of the Dolly Parton song.
Asian.
You know, I met someone that told me, like, with their whole chest, like, not lying, that they felt that the Dolly Parton version of that song was better.
Interesting.
I mean, it is her song. Like,
that's a hot take.
It is, but that's a hot take, though. I'm sorry.
Is it?
I love me some Dolly.
Sorry, I was trying to.
But Whitney Houston made her whole living on like bringing other people's songs to the next level. So I'm just gonna say that.
Hold on. Was it this?
Oh God. Yes.
This guy.
Yes. I remember that haircut. Forever.
But I think of you every step.
Look at that haircut.
Yeah, it's shaping his head.
Wow.
You've never seen this, Jack?
No, I haven't. Did he win?
I actually don't know anything else besides that clip.
Well, we're still talking about him.
Lin Yu Chun. Oh, that's from 2010.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's from a while ago.
Yeah. Well, on that note, Nate, have fun tonight.
Thank you.
Zach, thank you.
Yes, I am here.
And for the rest of you, thank you for listening to this action-packed, fun-filled installment of Hardly Focused.
What did we talk about?
You should see the notes I took. I might just like take a screenshot of those and paste them on the website and be like, here you go. Here's the rundown. We will talk at you next time. Thank you for listening. See you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Magnetization may not have happened.
This has been a presentation of the Solid Listen Podcast Network.